Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, hello to all my new friends out there. I had no idea so many people were going to watch the food pantry video. Otherwise, I would have tried to look a little bit nicer. So what I was doing is working a lot. So, okay. Hi to all the new followers. I hope you're not mean. Okay, don't wait until the situation is dire. Defend against inflation now. Okay, the primary drivers of inflation right now is shelter and food. So if we save money on food, that gives us a little bit more money for utilities, for gasoline. Shelter is usually fixed. Okay, economies predict the cost of living the crisis to persist through 2026, resulting in less spendable income, higher interest rates, which makes borrowing money more expensive, tax increases. Personally, it's all about productivity. What can you produce? That was the issue with small businesses. So the higher interest rate is discouraging spending because it costs more to borrow money. Okay, and so I have, I'm trying to grow a little food to produce some food. Anyone can do that. I have a small junk jewelry business, and I am going to be selling my junk at the swap meet again. Okay, avoid hardship now in case the future is bad, because you're stronger. Imagine like if you're fighting a long battle and you're getting very exhausted, but that isn't the worst of the battle. So we want to avoid hardship. So I mentioned to you, I went to the food pantry and I got a lot of food. Shocking. Okay, so you might be thinking, why did I do that? Well, the reason I did it was because the cost of food is getting unreal. So I'm doing the no spend thing. In the past 2 days, I spent about $50. So what did I buy? I bought 8 items. I bought toilet paper. I bought tomatoes, $4.69. I bought gasoline, $25. I bought 2 detergents at Dollar Tree and a box of SOS pads. I bought a box of baggies, some dental floss, and then I bought $9 worth of food at Ralph's. That was 50 bucks. And here's the major food that I'm going to be talking about from the pantry. So this gives you an eye-opener on how expensive the food was. So when I went, I thought, well, if it looks like there's any danger of shortage, I'll just go back home. So Ralph's had these Diet Cokes, very reasonable, cheaper than Dollar Tree. So to encourage drinking Diet Coke at home. Okay, so here goes. Okay, I got this pork roast at the food pantry. This is a $10 pork tenderloin roast. So I knew I had to cook it today so that it didn't, it's so delicious. If you get a chance to buy that brand. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to be keeping my eye out. So what I did is I browned it on all sides in quite a bit of olive oil. I'm not making a gravy tonight. I'll tell you why in a minute. So what I did, because it is pork, so I'm cutting against the grain, and it is very, very tender. So what I did is I tasted a little piece. This alone was, well, worth going. I think the reason it was available is because most of the recipients were Mid-Easterns and they don't eat pork. So I browned it on each side in some oil. Then I took some beef broth and I poured it in the pan and I covered it with foil. And for a pork tenderloin, it's supposed to take 30 minutes, but I used a meat thermometer to make sure it was, this is a Dollar Tree meat thermometer, 145 to 150 degrees. And I thought, it's a pork, so I'll go to 150 degrees. I'm so glad I went to the pantry. There was nobody there, you guys. All right. I can recommend Hormel. Okay, I got a bag, you guys saw it, of these new potatoes. So I made some, this is some potato salad. You didn't see me do it. I tell you guys, I do stuff you don't see. This is a broiled hamburger with bacon. And so I got eggs. So I made potato salad. And I'm going to eat it with my pork roast. And this was 1.5 pounds. So I usually go for a 1/4 pound. So I had an extra 1/2 pound. So this should be about 5 servings. Okay, so that is one of the good things. All the stuff was good, so I thought, wow, why did I not think of this? So look what I found today. Ralph's a turkey tenderloin, turkey breast for $4.34. So when I go to the food pantry, I want to go to myself. I don't just want to eat the stuff and end up, with no food in the house. I want to analyze what I got. So then today I got this for $1.35, so I can take all of the spinach out, and then I have the lettuce. So that was a great deal. And then I bought this reduced what is this called? Street corn dip. Why eat the cheap dip? Get it marked down. And then a few weeks ago, I got these $5.99 bags of chips, which I ate, but you didn't see me do it. And so today I had soup that I got at the pantry. Half a can. This was great. They rarely give us cans. So I had chips with the street corn and chips. Sometimes it's crackers. I've been eating a lot of sandwiches, so now I switched to soup for a while. So I bought the pork tenderloin, the salad, and the street corn. But look at this. This is a Markdown carrot cake, large cupcake. So I got a free, people, I look pathetic. I was okay. I'm working hard. I have insomnia. I look awful, okay? So like, people have been really nice to me. Oh my God, It'd be funny if it wasn't funny. Okay, so this is a great cupcake. So what I was looking for are those slices of cake. I got a free one, not from the food pantry, from this guy. And here is the cupcake. I will eat this for dessert. or I could freeze it. Here's something to stockpile. 2 of these will keep you full for a while. I've been eating 2 sandwiches. So those 4 items were $9.98. Okay, so basically all the stuff I got was free, kind of in a way, because I got the tenderloin so cheap. So this is what we want to do, markdown shopping. So number 1, go to the food pantry. So you might be asking yourself, are you going to the food pantry next week? I don't think so, because I got a lot of tangerines and apples, and I gave half of those to my neighbor because they gave me stuff before. And then I got these lemons. These really come in handy because I like to make cottage cheese and stuff like that, so I was grateful to get those. So, okay, so we're fighting this inflationary, whatever you want to call it. So I went to the food bank, the markdown shopping. So now what I've been doing, which has served me well, is trying to buy quality food. Because the thinking on that was, if I ever have to eat this stuff, I don't want to be too miserable. Because then that goes back to avoid hardship now in case the future is bad. Think of a prize fight. What is going to happen if in the first 2 rounds the fighter exhausts themselves? Well, he's going to get knocked out. Or if he doesn't watch what he's doing, he's going to get knocked out. So quality food for the future. Then that would comprise is stockpiling food. And I have this, I'm going to give you a shot of this list. Okay, so now this is what they're predicting. Watch out for sweet treats and sugar, cocoa, cola, and coffee. This is all the stuff we eat. Pasta, tomatoes, cucumbers. I got 2 zucchini, so I'll make pickles. Bread and bakery and cooking oil. Okay, let's see. How much did I pay? I bought 1 tomato. The tomato was 39 cents. So let me give you a shot of this page. All right, now. This is very important. Carefully shopping. Get the largest items. So if there's bananas, don't get little bananas, get the big ones. The fullest bottle. Today I had to buy dish soap. So I didn't get the bottles that were full to here. I tried to find the fullest ones I could. The heaviest packages. Okay, I buy the Bird's millet. Some of the packages are considerably heavier. The freshest food. So I'm going, unless I'm buying it markdown, but I try not to get it too close to the expiration date. I try to find, especially on things like bread, the lowest price. Okay, sometimes you have to look at things. I didn't immediately see even though I was shopping for tenderloins in the back of my mind, I didn't see that. I went by a couple times. Okay, at like hairspray, I get the Schwab hairspray for $3. I look for sales, and if I can't find anything, I wait. Okay, now the most expensive thing we can possibly buy is meat. So that's why we want to shop for the meat. I will freeze that one. And dairy. So I got a free ½ gallon of milk, and I wrote down on a little piece of paper, because I don't want to forget this. 1/2 gallon of milk, small chub of cheese, 1 1/2 pounds meat, 2 bags bagels, eggs, potatoes, and 2 cans. So I know when combined with vegetables and fruit, this is a lot of food, because I just got it at the food bank. Okay, now grow food indoors. So let me show you something. No, this isn't just for me. This is for my son and his family. I think these are radishes. And these are tomatoes. So I'm growing cherry tomatoes because those grow year round. All right, so there's the indoor, just put them in the window. Save the seeds out of your food. Okay, so I'm trying to grow tomatoes, onions, squash, peppers, beans, and radishes. And so, speaking of being a producer, my daughter-in-law and her friend have been selling all kinds of stuff. Juices, tea, home stuff, you know, home crafted. Okay, now, don't say I don't want to, I can't. Save your jars. Get canning jars, but save your jars. I want to show you something. Okay. I was going crazy. These are bottles, jars, mini trays, but there's lids in here, so this is going to hold a lot of refrigerator pickles or a big batch of refrigerator jam. I have newspapers for the birdies. I have all kinds of these things I could use, or if it gets on my nerves, I could throw it straight into the garbage. But if I do take the garbage option, where I live, if I put that by the garbage, somebody will take it. I'm going to try, so think about, so save your own bottles and jars. Worry about the canning later. Jam, pickles, fruit, and meat. I could have chosen to can that meat, but no. So I want to talk about the tenderloins. I need about a 1/4 ounce meat per day. So 2 pounds would be 8 servings, and this was 1.5 pounds. So by buying the other tenderloin in one of the weeks in the future, I have meat. I want to encourage you guys. We're moving in a direction. It's a new direction. I'm not saying it's not a good direction. Okay, so I'm selling cast-offs, luxury, vintage, and books. Did I bring in? Okay, I want to mention something. If you guys, the books I've sold recently are all Betty Crocker. So if you find these cheap, snap them up and you can usually sell them. And I usually take a bid on everything. Okay, now they're reporting possible spikes in pandemics, pneumonia-like virus, bacterias in China and India. So the last time they reported it to us, and sure enough, it showed up here. So if we're just careful, and I'm carrying a mask with me at all times, and if someone's coughing, I just slip it on. Okay, and then we're also preparing for climate issues, which could cause disruptions in the supply chain. So you don't want to be down to your last bite of food. But another thing is, it's just a good way to beat inflation. Say, okay, I know we're in an inflationary period. They've told us, we see it at the grocery store, buy $50 for 8 items. Actually, though, that wasn't bad because $25 was the gas money. Also, you might be like me, underestimating the amount of money you're spending on non-food. So if you go to the food pantry, I'm not saying do it, but if you watch other people's hauls, you can learn. So I've been watching hauls. I think I learned more on this trip to the food pantry yesterday than in all the times. But what happened is there was no people there, so there was plenty of food. Okay, you guys, I will see you soon. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.